As a Muslim, you have an unfair advantage that you need to utilize now. Assalamu alaikum, my people. My name's Pablo, and I help young Muslim men become productive. You see, Alhamdulillah, over the last 10 months, I've consistently uploaded on TikTok every day. And along the way, I've picked up many productivity tactics. I have a coaching program designed to transform your life. Link in the description below. You see, when I first became Muslim, I understood that Islam brought structure to someone's life. As you pray at certain times, you have to eat in a certain way, you have to do this in a certain way. So there were certain rules and regulations that you had to uphold as a Muslim. Though the thing is, I never used it to my advantage. I'd stay up until 3-4 a.m. to pray Fajr. Then sometimes I'd stay up so late, that after I prayed Isha, I'd have another 2-3 hours to go until I became tired. It was like I would fit Salah around my day rather than scheduling my day around Salah. You see, when I started to immerse myself in this self-improvement content where they'll say all these tips and tricks about, how to be the best version of yourself, you know what they'll always say? The key to life is waking up early, around 4, 5, 6 a.m. whenever. And subhanAllah, as Muslims, we have to wake up at these times to pray the first prayer, Fajr. You see, the thing is, I never took it in because I always used to wake up late, go to sleep late, never fit my day around Salah. So this all changed one day. So I'd say from mid-August to mid-October, I was in this rut. I'd wake up late, I'd eat junk food, I wouldn't hit the gym as much. I was very sporadic with my business. One day I'd make improvements, another day I wouldn't do anything. But one day I was like, you know what, I actually need to change. I can't keep living like this, waking up late, pretending I'm on self-improvement, but I'm actually doing nothing to better myself. So I was like, you know what, I actually need to change. I need to pattern up and dedicate myself to a specific goal. And that was to reach 10k followers on TikTok by posting every day on history and politics and stuff like that. So I remember this Wednesday so specifically. So I set up my alarm like usual for Fajr. But I was thinking to myself, you know what? Instead of, waking up, praying, and then going back to sleep, let me stay up for 2-3 hours and write scripts for TikTok. And the thing is, I never felt as good. I was so mentally sharp. I was like, you know what? I need to do this every day. Because previously I'd try to sit down and do work in the afternoon or the evening, and I'd find it very hard to sit down and concentrate. I'd get distracted by my phone, by food, by this, by that. It was very difficult. So from that moment onwards, I'd say around 95% the early mornings would be dedicated to writing scripts and editing big YouTube videos. And alhamdulillah, I've been able to consistently upload on TikTok for the last 10 months. You see, as Muslims, we're so fortunate because we have a pre-made timetable. You need to wake up at this time for Fajr. We don't need to have some David Goggins discipline to wake up, because we know if we miss Fajr, it's a major sin. The thing is, most Muslims are not taking advantage of this. Because they're going to sleep late, 2, 3, 4 hours after Isha, when they wake up for Fajr, they're so tired, they're like, you know what, I need to go back to sleep. However, if you stay up after Fajr and dedicate that time period towards your studies, towards your goals, towards your purpose, you'll make so much progress, it's ridiculous. The thing is, when you first wake up, your cerebral power, your mental energy is at the highest. So everything feels more accomplishable. So when you try to sit down and do work, first thing in the morning, it feels less difficult and much easier. This is because you've slept and you've recharged your batteries. So therefore, your cerebral power is at the highest when you first wake up. Think about the amount of times you've tried to do work, in the afternoon, or even worse, in the evening, and you simply can't. It's like your mind is playing against you. And it's like, why can't I produce any good ideas and stay focused? And the reason for this is that your mental energy has depleted over the course of the day. So this can be like going on your phone, doing other tasks, making too many decisions, exercising, and many other things. So that's why when you try to sit down and do work, it's near impossible because your mental energy is so low. You see, the thing is, that big task may require a certain amount of cerebral power. However, because you've zapped it over the course of the day, you have much less, mental energy, cognitive power to actually sit down and do the work. Therefore, you'll find it so hard because the amount of brain power you have is not enough to actually do that task. However, if you do these tasks early in the morning, such as writing that essay or practicing for that exam, you'll find it way easier because your cerebral power, your cognitive power is at the highest. And so you'll find it less challenging to actually sit down and do the work because your brain has enough power to actually cope with the task at hand. So that's why every morning I wake up and the first thing I do is write scripts, for TikTok or YouTube. Because I know if I do that in the afternoon or in the evening, I won't be able to. You see, if you stay up after Fajr and do work, you'll find it way easier to do it and you'll make more progress. And the reason for this is there's so few distractions. You see, throughout the day, there's going to be so many distractions. Everything is trying to pull your attention away. For example, your friend is going to message you, call you, your mom tells you to do this, your dad tells you to do that. There are so many distractions. So right now in the UK, Fajr is around 4 a.m. This provides an opportunity to do work with better concentration and no distractions. Because the thing is, the majority of your friends and family will be asleep. Instead of you trying to do work and you get this message, this phone call, your mum tells you to do this, your father tells you to do this, you have no distractions, nothing's trying to get your attention. And due to the fact there's limited distractions, you'll find it easier to sit down and concentrate. Yes, it is cliche, but the less distractions you have, the easier you'll find it to sit down and concentrate and produce better quality work. Because firstly, you won't even have that thought, oh, this person might call me or this person might message me. So for example, you need to revise for this important exam, and the way you'd study for it would be doing practice papers. However, you find it difficult to sit down and concentrate when your whole household is awake. So then this provides a perfect opportunity to stay up after Fajr and actually do it when no one's awake in your house. So in this way, you'll actually be able to do the work and you won't hold resentment towards your family members. This is the exact reason why I wake up early and do the work, because I know after a certain time period, my household gets loud. So I can't do work. Staying up after Fajr will 10x your productivity. You see, the thing is, when people start to wake up early, they naturally get more stuff done during the day. Because firstly, you wake up with that productive mindset. All right, I need to do this, then I need to do that. Because the thing is, you're doing something extreme that most people don't do. Because you're waking up early, at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and doing the work. So of course, when you stay up for Fajr, your output will increase drastically. You'll do so much more work in those few hours. The thing is, you set this positive precedent of, I've woken up early and done this big task. Let me do another big task. How many times do you wake up late and you feel groggy and you can't be asked to do anything? It feels a struggle to do basic stuff. Everything feels so slow, you literally can't be asked. You'll never get that feeling if you stay up after Fajr, because you make that intention to actually sit down and do the work. Furthermore, because you're in that productive mindset, of course you're going to complete that task, which then creates a positive feedback loop. The satisfaction of doing that task early in the morning will boost your motivation throughout the day. So then you'll be like, you know what, let me do that task, let me do this task. That momentum you get from the early morning carries on throughout the day. So for example, you're able to memorize that one hard topic, early in the morning. Throughout the day, you'll be like, you know what, let me do this, let me do that. Let me continue this positive momentum. And so in 5 hours, you've done as much work as most people do in a week or 2 weeks. The thing is, this happens to me every day. Despite the fact that I have a very demanding schedule, I complete everything that needs to be done. The thing is, I have that positive feedback loop where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do this as well, and that, and then I complete so much work because I have this positive feedback loop where I do one task, then I do a second task, and I'm like, you know what, let me do the third and fourth task, because I have this positive feedback loop where I'm always doing work and being productive. As a Muslim, you're so fortunate to have this pre-made timetable, because all you have to do is wake up for Fajr, pray, and then stay up and do work. Because not everyone has been given this mercy where they're obligated to wake up, because a lot of these people have to use mad amounts of discipline to wake up. You see, you need to take this opportunity and use it to your full advantage, because it'll be in this way that you'll be able to make tangible progress towards your goals. Remember, productivity is the path to your dream life.